Well, it's quite a lot of albums have had a big influence on my career. I mean, obviously, my biggest influence was Jimi Hendrix. So the first three albums were a huge influence on me, particularly the Electric Ladyland and the second one, Axis Boulder's Love, but all three of them. And the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper, Revolver, had a big influence on me, but there's been many albums that have had a big influence on me. So, but that's just to name a couple. I think you'll find, in terms of sort of firing my passion for prog music, I think you'll find many musicians who are grouped in the term prog rock or progressive rock don't necessarily see themselves like that. They just do their music as they hear it. And that's what I think the whole progressive rock genre is about. It's about people using their imagination and being free of having to conform to particular commercial norms in what they do and what they record and what they play live. But obviously, I go back to Jimi Hendrix. Seeing Jimi Hendrix at the Marquee Club at the age of 15, I saw him twice there, and I was 6 feet away from him, and that was the most astonishingly powerful influence on me, and I was blitzed for life after that. I think everything's completely different now, because particularly there's much more empowerment of the artist to have his own label or to own the rights of his music. It was very different in those days, in the 70s. But I think the Prog Rock magazine and Jerry Ewing have done an amazing, absolutely astonishing job in reinvigorating the whole progressive music genre, and I really applaud this. And there's also a lot of really interesting younger bands coming up, some of which have a little connection with metal, sort of progressive metal. So I think the whole situation right now has got a lot of vitality, but I wouldn't say it was in anything like the same as it was in the 70s. It was a completely different era, although a lot of fantastic music was done at that time. Well, I haven't listened to sort of tons of new, what you might call progressive rock, but there's one group I've heard called Machine with a track called Rubidium, and I really, really like that. Actually, that particular story at Sheffield City Hall in 1979 was one of the worst, because maybe John didn't see the details. In fact, what happened, and I remember it very clearly, at the front of the stage, a loony guy actually bit the cables that were connecting my monitors, and because I wasn't using a guitar amp, I was directly injecting my guitar into the PA. That means I couldn't hear a thing. He actually bit both cables with his teeth and broke them off, and then sort of shouted very loud, and we had to get him removed from the hall. Actually, he was a complete loony. So that was pretty disturbing. Actually, that's actually what happened. It wasn't actually a technical fault. It was a human malevolent intervention, I think you'd call it. Well, I mean, to tell the truth, I'm quite lucky as an artist. I've always done everything I wanted to do. I've had a great degree of freedom, and I've always had hostile reactions to everything I've done. So it doesn't please everybody. So this is the story of my life. I mean, when we gradually moved into dance music, which for us was a very natural progression, some people viewed it as a form of treachery, but I'm not sure they really understood what we were doing in the 70s. But every hostile reaction is usually balanced by a lot of very positive reactions. But in the end, I have to be quite honest, to be brutally frank, I don't just do music just for reactions. It's a burning fire in me. I just do what I feel I have to do and what I want to do and what I'm inspired to do. And if I have hostile reactions, I mean, tough, basically. I can't tell, I'm not sure about 3 words, but music without boundaries, moving forward, looking to the future with artistic freedom.